All right, I'm feeling in the mood for some positive news, and we've got just a story for you today. The resurgence of free payphones. Anyone remember those things? The little booths that you could walk up to and type in a number, put a quarter in, and then you could be talking with anyone. Well, those are making a resurgence. Electrical engineer out of Vermont, Patrick Schlott, has installed 3 old-school payphones in his rural area. So people who are in these densely forested areas often don't have cell service. So what can they do? Well, they can use a payphone. And so Patrick started a company called RandTel, and he's supporting the local community for free by running these analog to voice over internet protocol phones. It's really, really cool stuff. So as I looked into his journey in doing this, I saw that he was inspired by a few other companies that are doing the same thing. It's become pretty popular in the last few years. And the way these work is these are analog telephone units which work using plain old telephone service, which can then be added, which can be used with an adapter, which convert the analog signals into digital signals and broadcast them over an internet using a voice over IP solution, much like above phone's internet phone number. And when they use this, it eventually reaches the destination phone number. Now there is another few companies. There is FreePhones in Portland, Oregon. There's also PhilTel, which we'll talk about in a second. But I really liked FreePhones' mission statement here. And they are primarily trying to help the unhoused population. So these are people on the streets who don't have phones. And if you don't have a phone, you can really struggle with finding housing, finding a job, because no one has a place to call you back. And so FreePhones decided to build phones, these little payphone units on the street. They're connected to internet and they're completely for free. Anyone can use them. I think they even have a map. There we go. Here's the map. So this is pretty cool. It even has the numbers of all of the phones in the area. And I really like this quote from them. They say, "We do not judge the motivations of our users or who they choose to call. If they don't have someone to call, we can provide a presence on the other end. Denial of telephony services has long been a tactic used against undesirable populations, and our devices will counteract that. But more importantly, we will help to establish a new era of communication, one in which reaching out is not only desirable, but mandatory." So they talk about the undesirable population, in this case as the unhoused, who have no place to live. But expand that into the future. Expand that to Pakistan, present day, where people who protested against the ousting of the past prime minister are now cut off from their phone service. Could they be considered undesirable populations? Could those who resist against tyrannical overreach or government programs, could they be considered undesirable populations? So it's exactly exactly the way the world is moving. We're going to need solutions like this. And the solution is pretty aligned with our philosophy on internet phone numbers, which we don't use the internet. We don't use the cell phone network directly. We use it over the internet. And so if you haven't already checked it out, you can make your own version, a wireless version of these payphones just using our internet phone number service. Go to abovephone.com/suite to get access to those services. Now going back to how you can make your own phone, you could go to PhilTel Docs on GitHub, this is another phone company doing the same thing, free public payphones out of Philadelphia, and they talk about their experiences configuring a number of things, including the analog telephone units and adding adapters to them, and then also setting it up over a VoIP provider. So yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff in here. Now, they don't have an easy guide. Maybe I will write up an easy guide for people, because I definitely see a lot of value here. We could even make a kit for you to make your own payphone at home. If this sounds like a cool idea to you, let me know. Now, these companies are assisting the public without any judgment, and they're wrenching open closed communications. FreePhones, the one based in Portland, has made 15,000 calls in 2024, And I could see other companies growing soon. I could see the payphone being like a community hub. For those who believe in counter economics, it could be a place where you go to communicate. It could be around a store. It could be a place where anyone could receive a call. It's really exciting to think about kind of like that speakeasy vibe of a payphone and the anonymity it could provide the person who simply just needs to talk to someone else.